What's up everyone, it's Atomic, and today I'm bringing you guys a review video, but on Wastelanders DLC. But first, I want to thank everyone who's been watching my videos and subscribing and also liking my videos. I greatly appreciate it. You liking and subscribing has helped my videos out a lot. I really appreciate it. Another thing is I want to thank the people that I know and, my personal life that have subscribed. I don't know if you guys are watching this. Thank you. And I'm also going to be starting to stream soon on Twitch. So hopefully if you guys want to watch me play some games like, Fallout 76 here, or some Call of Duty Warzone, some GTA, Valorant, or Rainbow Six Siege, you can go check out my Twitch at Atomic-javelin, and drop a follow or a subscribe if you want. Whatever you feel like doing. But I just want to thank everybody and everyone that's watching now. If you're not subscribed, leave a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Now let's get into the video. So with the Wastelanders DLC, Bethesda's main selling point was the whole NPCs being added to the game, which they did add, like dozens, like thousands of NPCs. Probably not thousands, but a good couple hundred of NPCs to the game, which is really nice. It's like a breath of fresh air, really, when you think about when the game first started and there was literally nobody that you could interact with except for some holotapes and some few occasional consoles and robots. But other than that, the overall story in this, DLC between the Raiders and the Settlers have been pretty good for the most part. Now, depending on what side you chose for the DLC, you can do both sides up to a certain point, but to finish the DLC, which I'm not going to spoil for anyone if anyone hasn't finished the DLC, but depending on what side you chose will determine the outcome of what you get as far as rewards. And there's also some other minor options that you can choose as well, but the factions are probably the way to go, really. Depending on which one you want to choose, obviously. So with the Raiders, you have your Gauss minigun, and also they have these like elemental grenade things as well. And then they have this ammo console thing or something like that. I'm not completely sure. I haven't hit the rewards yet, so I can't just, definitively tell you. But on the Settler side, you get the Gauss shotgun as like the main reward, and then you get I think it's crossbow explosive, and so like the different arrows for the crossbow and the bow and arrow. But all in all, the rewards have been pretty good during this DLC, obviously. There is like a third faction, but you can't really side with them, and you also I can't really say, because if it involves like the very last like mission that you do for the DLC. But the missions, like I said, and the NPCs that are with the missions are pretty good for the most part. They have very good characteristics, and the audio on them is pretty good overall. I wouldn't say that the lines are terrible. It's good acting, like voice acting and all that. And overall, the storyline of the DLC has been pretty good for the most part. I would say the storyline is about like 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10, depending on how you feel about the NPCs and dialogue options. Well, but as far as getting the rewards from the factions, Now that is where the challenging part comes in. It is very grindy to get the rewards from the factions, and it takes a very long time to do just that. Just grind out the reputation for each faction. Like the settlers, like I'm slowly leveling them up because I didn't side with them for the mission. And I have one more level for the raiders, but it seems like it's taking ages to get through. But there is some other encounters throughout the Appalachia map that you can help out with, like settlers and the raiders, and it does give you experience, but the experience is so like not enough that it barely is anything. It's like 1 experience or 2 experience. It's very bad in my opinion, like the risk reward on those events. Well, they're pretty easy for the most part, so obviously like you're not going to get a lot of reputation, but I just wish it would give like 10 reputation points at each of those events. But it doesn't. It gives you like a very fractional amount, and it very like you barely even see the bar move at all. Sometimes it doesn't even seem like it moves. So it is very grindy. Another problem that has been going on in the game is the duplication glitches, but Bethesda thankfully has been on top of that. I've been playing this game for quite some time now, and I don't understand the whole duplication glitches and stuff, because you have these the event load bearing, I think, or mother load or whatever it is. But basically you loot each of the things and it gives you the like ores, like aluminum ore, metal ores, scrap and all that out of them. So it's like you can easily, and it's usually just you there because nobody ever does it, so it's like you can easily just grab a ton of like materials from that. And it's not even that. There's another event that you can do where you go into a mine and mine the mine, basically all of like gold vein, black titanium veins, like all sorts of just scrap and all that in there, and yet people want to do like ammo and crap like that. And I really think it just diminishes the game, because it's like it takes all the like the I don't want to say grind, but it kind of is a grind. But like you can craft all that pretty cheaply with just using the perks that you can craft ammo with. Like you can get like double the amount of ammo with one of the perks that you know can craft. So like instead of like getting like 150 cal rounds, like I have a 50 cal sniper, instead of 150 cal rounds I'm getting 200 off of like one craft. And then you can also get a perk that reduces the materials you use. So I don't understand the duplication process and why people, but overall the Bethesda's been on top of them. There is some other minor bugs that aren't really game breaking. Like there's sometimes enemies that you can damage but they won't die, but they don't really attack you, so it's like it's whatever, you just walk away from them. But the main thing that kills this DLC for a lot of people, or kills the drive to play at least, is the end game. The end game is not really there. They have a couple events that just passed the Fast Knot and the Rusty Pail event. They should have made the Mole Miner Rusty Pail event a week long, in my opinion. I tried to find mole miners and I couldn't find them. I had to buy Rusty Pails to even see what was in them, and it really didn't even have anything in them except for materials. But the Fast Knot event was pretty fun. I did enjoy that. It was quite funny to see like entire lobbies there. So other than that, I would say the overall Wastelanders experience for me has been like a 7.5 out of 10. It won't really keep me around. I just hop on and do my dailies now. But other than that, if you guys like the video, I don't really have much left to say. if you guys like the video. You know, leave a like and subscribe, and check out my Twitch if you guys are interested in that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.